just scratching the surface.
Peace to the gods and the goddesses of the nation and of the land and of all creation. Hope everybody doing well. Hope that you blessed. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And hit that notification button so you can get all the latest news and info and commentary from your boy. Stay tuned, man. We got something coming up for you.
I'm just scratching the surface. I'm just scratching the surface. I'm just scratching the surface.
Discrimination is wrong, family. No matter how you put it, no matter what shade or form that you may put it in, discrimination is wrong. And I'm not just talking about mainly against black people. I'm talking about against everyone. Everybody should have the right to be secure in their emotions, the feelings that they have inside, their pride, because that's something that people are losing today. This world is beginning to lose its pride and its values. Some of the things that, mean the most to me in particular, the value of myself and of the person that I am is what makes me, because I value myself. I value myself in order to know that any action that I may do at this point of time
I'm just
could hurt my family. You get what I'm saying to you? Anything that I do in life can cause a hindrance to my family. And I love my family. Excuse that fam. But I love my family. And that's what matters to me every day that I wake up, making sure that I don't make a mistake to be able to hinder myself and my family. So, when you discriminate against a person, you're not only just attacking them as a person, but you're attacking their pride, the humanity of that person, the thing that makes them feel whole, which is your humanity. That's what's missing today, the humanity of people. You get what I'm saying? And this is just not against racist people. This against multiple people. The majority of the world, to be exact. And that's just something that we really gotta let that shit go. It's time to let discrimination go. And I mean that. Let it go. And let's not even be honest. Well, let's be honest. Regular humans and, regular racist people is not the only people that shows discrimination against all people. Cops do it.
I'm just scratching the surface. I'm just
And the one who we about to talk about today does it, being churches, whether they be Christian faith or Catholic faith, even Islam faith. It doesn't matter. Churches have history of being discriminatory against people who, let's say, may not be of that faith. Because you got to understand, take for instance with the Christian faith, if you're not a Christian, what do they believe? The Catholics believe that you will be in purgatory. The Christians believe that you will never get the taste, you won't go to paradise. They both believe that you're going to go to hell if you're not a Christian, of that faith. The only reason why they really accept Muslims into the faith is because that Muslims piggyback off of the Christian faith when referencing Jesus, Mary, and the scholars from the Old Testament. So that's the only reason why Muslims is even in a semi-category with them. But churches in the whole have a tendency to be, racist in the form to people that's not of that faith. And like I said, discrimination is not the way. Take for instance, I remember I was trying to be a counselor for this Christian organization. And I'm not a Christian, never will be. I have in my past, but I learned the real life. But that's neither here nor there right now about my faith. What I'm trying to tell you is, it was a counseling job at a Christian organization. This wasn't a church. This was a Christian organization that helped out, ex-convicts, ex-drug addicts, homeless people, and things of that sort. I went there, did my interview, filled out the application, did my interview, came to them guys, completed the interview, and the interview went so good that by the time that I was leaving that place, because it's always been my dream to help people. It's always been I want to see everybody win. If everybody winning, that's like the most beautiful thing to me. I want to see everybody win, no matter your race, your creed, your heritage, no matter what. I just want to see you win. Because if we are winning, then none of us is angry. None of us wants to harm the other. Everybody is in their own zone. Of course, there will be disagreements throughout the world. But if everybody was winning, everybody will be in their own zone, having their own fun, doing their own things that they need to do, and they wouldn't be worried about really hurting other people. This is what I'm saying. So I want to see everybody winning. So me doing things that helps people win, and if you know me, like as far as like with my family, everybody come to me with it, with questions. Everybody come to me for advice. Why? Because I'm gonna give you positive feedback, but the truth at the same time. I'm going to always give you the truth. But I'm going to always tell you something that's going to benefit yourself. Whether you take it or not, that's all on you. But I'm going to dish it out to you because that's just the type of person that I am. So when these people in this church organization seen me and we talked, the lady there was near tears by the time I left that interview, when she found out how I really felt and how I really wanted to help people. Now, mind you, they're a Christian organization. So, I got everybody on my side, the ones that's there at that point in time, and they want to hire me. They like, man, we just got to let you meet the head guy, so, he could talk to you. And I'm pretty sure that you got this job. I'm pretty sure that you're going to be starting this week. I'm like, okay, cool. Even though I was already working at the time, but, I was trying to get multiple jobs, multiple streams of income. So they called me back for the final interview, and it's a preacher there. And instead of finding out the real person that I was, his entire basis was on, have you converted to Christianity yet? Are you a Christian? Do you love the Lord? Do you love Jesus? And I'm like, that's not why I'm here. I'm not here to bring in, I'm a fellowship person with anybody, but I'm not here to convert to your religion or promote your religion to get other people to convert. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to save people that's on the down and outs, who's living a life that's wrong at the point in time, who's looking to make themselves better. Christianity or no other religion has nothing to do with that. If you want to make yourself better, you want to make yourself better. You don't need a religion to make yourself better, to want to do good, or to be a good person. You don't need a religion to do it. So his entire conversation was just about me being a Christian. And I'm like, I'm sorry, sir, I'm not a Christian. Well, if you're not a Christian, if you're not part of the faith, if you don't worship Jesus, then you can't work here. And at that point in time, I didn't know that, I was like, I didn't know about the laws like that, say for less with church and the state. But after that, I learned about the laws. But it came to a point where I'm like, yo, that's kind of, ain't that kind of discriminatory? And he was like, no, in the laws, and he quoted the laws to me that separates church from state, Thomas Jefferson. So needless to say, I didn't get the job, y'all. I didn't get it because I'm like, I'm not going to convert to the Christianity faith just for a job. I don't feel that that's right. And I don't feel that I should have to if my main purpose is mainly helping people. So we really, and I'm talking to the preachers and stuff like that, the people of faith, you really have to stop judging a person just because they're not a part of your religion. Just because you got some people that's atheists in the world who doesn't believe in anything, who strictly live by evolution, but they are genuinely nice people and want to see people win. So, because a person is not a part of your religion, you cannot hold judgment against them. You cannot try to always convert them to that religion, because that's not what, if you're a grown person, you already know what you want. I knew what I wanted to do with my life from the age of like 10 years old. I was already having visions about my future. You get what I'm saying? So you cannot sit up there and try to beat something into somebody's head. And that's the part that mainly Christians and Catholics have a problem with. Take for example, the Supreme Court will hear two major cases about when religious schools can ignore civil rights laws. At stake, a society in which civil rights laws aren't optional for religious employers. What does that mean? I'm going to tell you right here. The Supreme Court announced on Wednesday that it would hear a pair of cases concerning the ministerial exemption to employment discrimination laws. Broadly speaking, the ministerial exemption provides that religious ministers are not protected by the civil rights, civil rights laws in their workplace. So a church could, for example, fire its preacher because the preacher is black. Also, what is the ministerial exemption? The ministerial exemption provides that religious organizations may choose which individuals embody their faith, and that the government may not interfere with this choice. Not just as far as they can limit who can, come into their faith, but they can limit who works around them because of their faith, and that the government may not interfere with the choice. As a practical matter, that means that laws prohibiting discriminations on the basis of race, gender, disability, or other such traits do not apply to who? Ministers. For example, Bill involves, or it could be Bill, involves a Catholic school teacher who mostly provided secular instruction, but who also spent a couple of hours every week teaching from a workbook on the Catholic faith. She claims, and think about it, The story that I was just telling you about with me, it was because I wasn't converted to the faith. This woman was a Catholic person and she still got booted up out of there. Let's see why. She claims that her teaching contract was not renewed because she has breast cancer. In a violation of the Americans with Disabilities Act, the school claims that the teacher lost her job because her classroom management was not strict enough. And that could be true. But if it's the other way, and you discriminating against that lady because she had breast cancer, then you totally wrong. Another case, Morissette Baru, involves another Catholic school teacher who claims she is a victim of age discrimination. Just like Bill, the teacher in the Morissette Baru claims she lost her job due to discrimination. The school claims her contract wasn't renewed for performance reasons, which is totally wrong. If she's getting up in age, give her till she at least can retire. And then if you want to let her go, let her go. Don't just say, okay, you're not young enough, so you're not able to, to be as fast as the kids. You don't have that youth no more. You gets to boot you out of here. Same thing with the lady. She probably had to take time off because she was sick, because she had breast cancer. And I pray that she's blessed now and that she's fully recovered and healthy. But she could have got discriminated against because of a simple fact. Maybe she missed a few months, came back in, could be short of breath, didn't have the that she used to have when she was teaching, and they gave her the boot. The same thing exactly that the story I just told with me. Because I wasn't accepting into a faith, they gave me the boot, which is wrong. You can't discriminate against people just because of old age, because of their health, or because of their race, or because of their faith. If a person wants to do good and help kids out or help others out, then you should give them the well-given right to do that. But because of the laws that's in place today, we don't have that option. Take, for example, separation of church and state is paraphrased from Thomas Jefferson and used by others in expressing an understanding of the intent and function of the Establishment Clause and Free Exercise Clause of the First Amendment to the United States Constitution, which reads, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Meaning, the government will not build churches. The government will not form a religion. The government has no say on the ministry or its officials or its preachers or its higher ups. No, none of that. And everybody has the right to exercise their right of faith. You could be a Satan worshiper, and you see how when the Satan worshipers went up to Capitol Hill, they had you see them people didn't stop them because they had every right to do so. It is your choice if whatever faith that you want to practice. And that's a great area, because not only is it used to benefit you, is used against you in the matter, because you have Christian churches that take into account, okay, you're not my faith, so you can't be around here. Yeah, you have the right to, celebrate whatever faith that you want, but you can't be around here, which is all, it's all within itself. But if it's an organization that's for helping people out, I thought that everybody is your brother and your sister. If it's an organization that's built on helping people out, then anybody, no matter their faith, as long as they're genuinely trying to help a person out, you should always give them the benefit of the doubt and let them help a person out. Not because of their race, not because of their religion, not because of anything else but the true person that's within. That's what matters. Because a person can be the blackest person on earth but have the lightest heart. A person could be the light, most beautiful. You ever seen these girls that's just mad beautiful, but the ways of them are so ugly and their attitudes are so ugly? Because how you look doesn't define you. It's the person that's inside of you. It's the person that's inside of your soul. So I just wanted to, let y'all know and give you some examples of, discrimination against people, alleged discrimination against people, and, just give you some insight on what we could do to fix these things. We have to learn how to fix these things. We have to be conscious of another person's feelings and another person's emotions. I try to be conscious of what I say to certain people because of the reaction that it may bring forth. You never know. You got the girl who's in trial right now for keep telling her boyfriend to go kill himself, and guess what happened? He goes and kills himself. You have children that kill themselves because they're being discriminated and harassed and bullied while they're in school, and then they go home and kill themselves. That's not right. This is our children. We have to protect our children. We have to protect our people regardless. We have to protect humanity, because if we continue to not protect humanity and our common goal is, I'm pretty sure everybody's common goal is to see themselves do better. But if you hold it just for you, we'll never go anywhere. You have to look at it at a broader spectrum that not just included you, but that's included everybody that's around you, everybody that's in existence today. So if we continue to go down on a path where we only self-centered and only think about ourselves and what matters to us at that point in time, and those who get with our movement and who are like-minded, then this earth will continue to go down, because there will be diversities, and diversities matter and people, what did Nas say? People fear what they don't understand, hate what they can't conquer. That's exactly what it is. If you continue to go down this path of fear, then there is no progression for this world. But that's just my little thoughts for you guys, man. Everybody stay tuned, like and subscribe, man, and stay blessed, man.